Why, hello, Ningguang.
I believe that you've heard of the Archon War.
Rings a bell.
Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2,000 years ago. Much blood was shed, and many lives were lost.
As for all
In
wars,
the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Teyvat. They built cities and nations on the corpses of the vanquished. You can see Goyun's stone forest from here, I trust. It is no natural rock formation. Those are giant spears of rock hurled by Rex Lapis during the war.
damn.
Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days, gods that failed to seize the title of Archon. Not only is it true that gods may die,
bye-bye.
but so too has the membership of the 7 changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is an unimaginable disaster for Liyue, but the Order of the 7 will not collapse simply because of that. Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? When that time comes, the relationship between the people of Liyue and the gods and Adepti will surely be different from before. Even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects. Do you really think us capable of having played a part in his demise? Of lacking the foresight to see the certain repercussions?
Why hide the Exuvia then?
That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden.
Yes.
Even I was caught completely off guard. You were there, you no doubt saw. But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act against them now, they will surely gain the upper hand. Hiding the Exuvia was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back, to play the spider while our foes scurry about.
Who's this enemy you're talking about?
What do you think, traveler?
Is it him?
Huh?
You're talking about
What
Child.
are you talking about?
It's
Well
Child by
answered.
Mon.
The scenery out here is fine indeed, but the wind is a little strong. Our preparations to receive guests within are complete, so please, this way.
Ooh. Damn, girl invite me in on the first dates? Nice.
Wowee! What a huge hall! Paimon's never seen such a fancy place before.
Looking at this stuff. It's actually got a shine on it, that's pretty cool. They actually incorporated a shine on it. Out Ningguang. You got quite the home. Or I guess quite the mansion. Whichever you prefer, I guess. Yo, the lantern vent showed me how this shit floats now. Bro, this shit got a big chunk of plasterite under it. Why, hello, Ningguang. First, let me steal your books. I am the Advent Book Collector. You only had... Ooh, I want to touch the scale. Okay. Ningguang, why can't I touch your scale?
Be at ease, you two. Make yourselves at home if you wish.
Oh, I will.
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over to play, our enjoyment comes first. Naturally.
Friends. Is that what I think it is? Her big ass board she shreds.
Isn't this that legendary wall?
Why, you've kept your ear to the ground, I see.
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of paper from that wall. It's super famous.
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. Merchants have always been attracted to secrets. But the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you, are they, traveler? You're rather special, really, and I think you're quite aware of that. If possible, I'd like to have your trust. But if you were to choose the more trustworthy person between myself and Kuching...
Nah, I believe in the gods.
You'd pick Kuching? Nah,
Kinda.
I had a feeling. I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her character on the Qixing, I've had some extra messes to clean up behind the scenes. But after she said those
Damn,
words,
the game's trying to make you not
the
believe in
time
gods.
of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? Well, I must say that quite a few of my doubts have been dispelled. I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. But, for Liyue's sake, we cannot allow ourselves to be shackled by rumors of our usurpation of power.
Damn. I surmise that the Fatui has a hand in these rumors, don't you think?
Indeed. It seems that you understood what I meant to say from the very beginning. I called for the gag order and for the Exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation, and also to prevent something similar to the incident in Mondstadt. With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their diplomatic remit. As the Tianquan, one responsible for Liyue, I cannot be too concerned with appearances when opposing them. Allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time for us to take control of Liyue's administration.
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue for the rite so they could use us for their own ends. Wait, that's right. Speaking of ends, could I say one other thing?
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return.
Of course.
So, does that include us?
Seriously? God, that's dumb.
It's all right. I like direct people. Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently. How about this? You can pick any one object here as you please, and you may take it with you.
You like direct people, I heard.
I was just waiting for you to say that. Let's see, what should we get? One of the sheets on that wall.
I'm like,
Don't look at Paimon like that. One of these sheets of paper will sell for crazy prices, even if it's only as large as Paimon's fingernail. Just imagine how much more a whole untorn sheet would sell for. Let's grab one, the biggest one.
Here's the funny joke.
What if I take Ningguang?
There, funny joke. I want to take this scale.
Loosen up a little.
This piece of paper shows that a Qixing spy discovered traces of classified Fatui research on the Sigil of Permission.
Yep.
Oh, Ningguang did say that the Fatui have been up to all kinds of mischief in the shadows of Liyue.
I'm gonna beat up the Fatui now.
Wanting to get their hands on the Archon's body and whatnot. But research on the Sigil of Permission? Paimon wonders what they're up to.
We're gonna go beat the crap
Speaking
out of
which, there's
Fatui
also
now.
some connection
We're gonna make
between
them
you and the
sad.
Sigil of Permission.
We make them
Seems there's still
sad.
more for us to find out.
It's all unfolding a little too perfectly.
Oh, you really think so?
Ningguang set us
Well,
up.
Should we not go then?
No, what I mean is...
Oh, so you're saying that it's precisely because we can't completely trust Ningguang that we should confirm the truth of what she says for ourselves.
That's kind of why she put the paper there, I feel like.
That's way out of Paimon's league. Paimon thinks she's been nothing but good to us. Anyway, we'll see if you're onto something. Before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh,
No, I want to talk to
let's go to
Zhongli.
the place marked out on these papers and see if the Fatui really are up to no good there.
I would trust Zhongli with my life savings. Ben Shao. Ningguang's just been chilling over here.
So, have you made... You don't have... Afterwards,
Yeah.
why not... All right, then. I hope the next time we meet, you will either have already done the right thing, or will be...
Damn. A little ban show. Or bye show, sorry. Hello. What about Ningguang? Respect for the lady. You think Ningguang just like writes her own books? I feel like Ningguang would just like writes her own books. You think anyone's ever tried to rob the Jade Chamber? Like people just like got a shit ton of plasterite and kind of like rose up to try to get to the Jade Chamber, and Ningguang just kind of chucks rocks at him. He just beat the shit out of them with rocks. I feel like there's at least been one person to attempt to try to rob the Jade Chamber. It's at least been someone who's attempted it. Alright. Hello? And why not? I'll kill you, you guys are on the way.
Freeze!
Come a little closer.
Ta-da. Ta-da. Little damage output. Killing this guy's kind of a
You're in
pain.
for a little shock.
Cool it! This moment will be frozen in time.
I guess this is it. It's time for a flash
Flash freeze, he says. It's funny, they say puns.
No escape!
They say puns, which is funny. He makes freezing jokes. He makes... I think the cryo one and the fire one make the jokes. I haven't had the electro one make funny jokes yet about electricity. Rocks are pretty hard to break.
Freeze!
What if they had dual elements in?
So quiet.
They had dual elements into the game. Like someone was a cryo electro, and so anytime they, like let's say they had 2 E skills, and it could swap between the different elements. But it was like a 1-second swap, but they both had different cooldowns. So then you could always apply
Windblade!
the superconduct to them, which would increase physical, or
Windblade!
decrease their physical resistance.
Cool it!
Or a
Windblade!
fire electro. Like let's say their E skill's like a 2-stage attack. Kinda like how the Luke's is like a 3-stage one, where you just keep on hitting E. Like you hit E once, it's a fire, then hit E again and it's electro. You gotta keep on hitting this guy. You think they'll add in dual elements eventually? I think they might. I think it's gonna be like, oh no, this person figured out how to use multiple elements. Oh no. Let me examine the sigils of permission they've been
There are so many
making.
talismans here. And some stacks of blank paper, too. What are they for?
It looks like they're copying the pattern on the talisman.
Paimon's seen this pattern before. But where?
The sigil of permission.
Oh, Paimon knows! It looks just like the sigil of permission the child gave you.
Uh-oh.
But how did a relic of the Adepti end up in the hands of someone like Child? Suspicious.
It's not just a relic, Paimon.
Oh, That's right. Cloud Retainer said that when the Lord of Geo created the Sigil of Permission, it wasn't to be used as some old relic. Talismans like that were once used in the Archon War to channel divine powers. Maybe the Fatui are copying the Sigil of Permission in hopes of achieving a similar effect. Being able to channel divine power in battle? Whew, that sounds pretty dangerous.
Seems the Fatui are definitely up to something.
And the plot thickens.
And the plot
We'll need
thickens.
to keep an eye on Child, that's for sure. Alright, that's enough sticking around here. We gotta go meet up with Zhongli soon.
Zhongli.
The last stop on our rite of parting preparations tour is Dihua Marsh.
Do we sing to the
Let's
flowers?
go. Paimon hates being late.
Do we get to meet Ganyu again? I love Ganyu. Hi, Mr. Runegard. I'll mess with you on a later date. I would like to go sing to flowers and talk to the coolest man in the game. Change my mind. He's the coolest man. He's the coolest person. He knows everything. And his voice flows like butter. So, fuck you.
Right on time. I myself only arrived moments ago.
Bullshit, you've been sitting here for months, my friend.
Did you enjoy your visit to the Jade Chamber?
Yes.
It was so big and pretty and expensive. Paimon's never seen such a fancy schmancy place before.
Indeed. It's second to none in all of Liyue. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust? What did you talk about with her?
She's super rich and so generous. Paimon thinks she's very friendly.
Business people are always friendly when it suits their interests.
Yeah, her take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon. She thinks that even the tactless Yuheng is more trustworthy than her.
Oh, so you also met with Keqing then? What did she have to say?
She said the time of the Adepti has long passed.
No respect for the divine. Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Keqing, Ningguang is more of a businesswoman at heart. Though they are both members of the Qixing. Although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intentions.
Ningguang is highly ambitious.
Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current position. No ordinary person could ever achieve that. It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most important thing to her. Even if she ever gave up the position of Tianquan, she would never give up the Jade Chamber.
The Jade Chamber is only second. What's the most important thing to her then?
Mora.
Why, Mora, of course.
Makes sense.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that. She said that after Rex Lapis was murdered, the Fatui have constantly been trying to sink their fingers into Liyue, and that they aren't to be trusted.
That is how the Fatui have always been. It doesn't surprise me in the least.
And now they're trying to reproduce the Sigil of Permission.
No matter what they may be planning, you must be careful when dealing with the Fatui. Always be on your guard.
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of parting in Dihua Marsh?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. Today, we'll be gathering wild glaze lilies. Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort of joyful flower that listens to human song.
Yeah, flower singing
Before
time.
the Archon War, Dihua Marsh was all dry land and fertile soil. But the war caused landslides, and the land was flooded, turning it into the marsh you see now. Nearly all the glaze lilies were wiped out. Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city. But very few people know that glaze lilies may still be found in the wild. Wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance. If we want to follow the true tradition of the rite of parting, we must grind up the wild lilies and place the powder in a censer of everlasting incense. But I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers.
You mean you need me to pick them?
No, I need you to sing to them. Singing to the flowers will make them
God.
more fragrant.
So how good is your singing?
I'm a pro. Just step back and listen.
Really? Why doesn't Paimon believe you?
Mm-hmm.
We'll only know once she starts singing.
Damn, Zhongli's like, I don't know. Damn. Yo, Ganyu stands like right over there. I remember this scene. She stands like right there on the pathway walking around. Oops, that's wrong button. Why is she walking around all the way out here? Because if she's the secretary for the Jade Chamber, and it's like right over here, she really went, just walked all the way out here. Alright, time to sing.
It's time to sing whenever you're ready.
Just copies Barbara. The fuck? I mean, I guess.
What happened? These flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand here in Liyue?
I mean, that makes 100% sense. Da, 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 da. Bro, what was I supposed to sing? Zhongli didn't tell me shit about what I was supposed to sing. He just said, sing. And I complied.
Windblade!
Animo.
Come a little closer.
Dodge this!
We fucked up those flowers.
Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
How are you so sure? Those flowers put up quite a fight, Paimon.
This little monster is known as a whopper flower.
A whopper.
Strange. These petals look interesting. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly potent medicinal value. Let's collect what we can of these petals.
Well, that's nice and all, but will those petals be useful for the rite of parting?
Sadly, no.
Unfortunately, no.
That's so lame.
Damn.
Excuse me.
It's Ganyu.
Are you searching for glaze lilies?
Oh, hey, it's... What's her face? Paimon can't remember.
Shut up, Paimon. Greetings, Ganyu.
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised you still remember my name.
What do you mean?
That reminds me. How was your visit to the Jade Chamber?
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely I did.
Nope, we found the way on our own.
It isn't a secret, so perhaps you just assumed we knew.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did forget to tell them.
Damn. It's okay, Ganyu.
Something seems a little off about Ganyu. She's acting different from the first time we met. Where's her serious attitude now?
Oh, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan. But now, I am simply out on a stroll to see the flowers.
You came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why not just enjoy the gardens of the city?
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I strolled through those lonely gardens now, I wouldn't be able to bear it. Whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days, I draw the windows to block my view of the gardens.
Oh, sorry. We shouldn't have brought it up.
I like her little
No,
horns.
it's quite all right. I just haven't processed my emotions yet. When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and drink with Rex Lapis. But
Maybe
5 of
drink
those
with
original
them.
7 had already passed before Rex Lapis. It's truly a changing of the guard.
So that means...
Yes. Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, only Barbados of Mondstadt remains of the first 7. The other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from 2,000 years ago. Of the current 7 Archons, the youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. He is merely 500 years old, whereas Rex Lapis was more than 6,000 years old at the time of his passing.
Is Sumeru going to be the
This means that
first
Liyue had been
Dendro
under
user
Rex
in the game?
Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded
When are we going to get a
3,700
Dendro
years
user?
ago.
That would be interesting.
The city has never had to bid farewell to its deity.
So what do you think of this farewell?
Huh? This is a little sudden. As a mortal, I've never dared to imagine a Liyue without Rex Lapis. But as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality. Since Rex Lapis has passed, the time of Liyue's contract with the gods and Adepti has now reached its end.
Huh? Did you just say as an Adeptus?
Yes, that's why she has horns spam on.
I am a mix of human and Chilean. Adeptus blood flows through my veins. I fought for Rex Lapis and the city of Liyue during the Archon War.
Damn, she's 6,000 years
After the
old?
war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Qixing.
So you're half... I'm not saying that. I can't remember how to say that. That explains the horns.
Well, let's save that conversation for another day.
Oh.
You say that you are here looking for glaze lilies? I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found. See, I've just picked one myself. Here, you may have it if you wish.
We dare not refuse it.
Oh, so did you sing a song before you picked the lily?
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition well. In fact, I sang a local Liyue ballad to it.
Wow, so you really know your stuff,
Damn.
too. Thanks, Ganyu.
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance meeting, I never thought that I would be able to contribute to the upcoming farewell for our ancient lord. If you would excuse me, I should return to my work now. Good luck.
Now she runs at like
And that
Mach
just
speed.
about does it. Our preparations for the rite of parting are mostly finished. Given the ease of picking glaze lilies, I think this was a fitting end to our tasks, in more ways than one.
Zhongli, you seem suited to working in agricultural development.
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him starting a business in Liyue.
I've had enough ventures in my life already. Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, and requires no small amount of effort. And once business is at full steam, the stress of it all only wears away at you over time. So you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself. If left unchecked, the wear and tear on your heart